Hey, so I just want to say that I was sick the day before I wrote and recorded this, so sorry if I sound a little off at some points. Anyway, enjoy the video. I have returned once again to talk about everyone's favorite anime, Sword Art Online. Now, I won't lie, I didn't plan to do two SAO videos back to back, but y'all spoke your mind, and I am nothing if not a man of peace. I ain't gonna waste your time, so I'm gonna start off by saying this. I liked this arc.
Man, this is some bullshit! Boo this man!
Yes, it gets a lot of hate. Yes, it's a big jump from the first half. And it has whatever the fuck this is. But I don't care. Because I liked it! Hell, I loved it! Naturally, I got some problems with it, and I will be bringing them up. I don't think I've got as much to say about the Fairy Dance arc compared to the Aincrad arc. But, let's get it started.
Game?
Compared to Aincrad, Fairy Dances is a lot more streamlined. I don't think I'll need a whole speedrunning section to explain it, but I'll see if I can make it understandable. So, it's been 2 months after SAO, and Asuna, for some reason, is still sleeping. While visiting Asuna, her father and some random businessman named Sugou visit at the same time.
𝗦𝘄cie𝗿𝗱. よろしく.
Yo, what's up?
So anyway, they talk and Papa leaves. And once he leaves, Sugou gets freaky.
さっきの話はね、僕とアスナが結婚するという話だよ。
So yeah, that happens. Kirito runs home and starts crying because he got cucked, and Suguha, his sister, gives him an Undertale speech. So after being filled with determination from Undertale, Kirito gets a DM from a girl saying that someone found a picture in a game of someone that looks like Asuna. Huh? So naturally, Kirito's like, oh shit, that's my e-girl. So he goes to the girl to find out what the heck is going on. So he finds out that Asuna is stuck in a new VR game called 𝗦𝗋 Online.
Online.
Specifically stuck inside a bird cage atop a world tree. And it's been created by Rekt Progress, a company that Sugou works for. But I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I mean, what the fuck? He didn't seem like that bad of a guy. Anyway, so Kirito revived Yui, and a player named 𝗦𝗍𝗶, who just so happens to be Suguha, set off for the world tree. What they do isn't relevant until later in the story, so let's check in on Asuna. So it's revealed that Sugou was able to hack into the SAO server via router and reroute the minds of 300 SAO players, including Asuna, to 𝗦𝗋 Online. He then utilized these players as test subjects for research on controlling people's emotions and memories, which he planned on selling to some American company and making Asuna comply with marrying him. Back with Kirito, he and 𝗦𝗍𝗶 are in the middle of a political meeting between the sylphs, the 𝗦𝗍cie, and the salamanders. Did I miss a page? What the fuck? Eugene and Kirito fight so that the salamanders don't ruin the peace treaty between the two races. Kirito enters protective mode and slices the shit out of him. So Kirito earns the trust and respect of the two race leaders, who say they'll help him out to raid the world tree. But it might take them a day or two to get ready. So the three make their way to 𝗦𝗋, 𝗦𝗋's capital city, and Yui realizes that Asuna is just above them.
We Saiyans have no...
He realizes that just bashing through the sky limit won't work, so he fights the tree's guardians all by himself. And this motherfucker thinks he's him, man. So 𝗦𝗍𝗶 revives him, finds out he's Kazuto, and quickly skedaddles. They have a bit of a verbal fight, a bit of a literal fight, and Suguha comes to her senses, and decides to properly help Kirito clear the world tree, with the help of the one true goat, Reki. They struggle for a bit, but eventually Catgirl and Sylph Mommy arrive for backup. He gets to the top and with the help of Yui finds Asuna. Except, surprise! Sugou put them in a gravity trap and he I don't want to really show it, but he kind of r***s her. Like, bruh. Kirito gives up. Bro boy 𝗦𝗶𝗶 tells him that dying is cringe, giving him a Zenkai and admin privileges.
System commando! Object ID! 𝗦𝗍𝗶𝗍 generate! コマンド一つで伝説の武器を召喚か。
Yes! Yes!
So he beats Sugou and 𝗦𝗨 and frees Asuna, but after trying to go see her, he tries stopping Kirito one last time. But Kirito beats the shit out of him! But reluctantly lets him live, and he finally meets Asuna in real life.
Asuna.
So it's revealed that after 𝗦𝗶𝗶 told him to get up, he gave him his seed that could create VR worlds, which Kirito then made public so that anyone could make their own worlds. 𝗦𝗨 goes back up, and someone put 𝗦𝗻𝗻 back into 𝗦𝗨. And Kirito promises to clear the whole thing, all 100 floors properly.
Yosh, ikou!
Now, while I think 𝗦𝗻𝗻 has a more interesting story, I do like this one as well. Sure, it's a simple point A to point B goal, but that doesn't mean it's a bad type of story. It also feels a lot more focused than 𝗦𝗻𝗻. While that arc story was weirdly paced, what with how many episode breaks it took from the story, Fairy Dance is a lot more narratively consistent. Each episode and most scenes are at least doing something to continue the story. Now let's look back at the 𝗦𝗻𝗻 video and look at the problems I had. My main issues with the anime specifically are the episode lengths and how time is paced. So, does 𝗦𝗨 fix these issues? In my opinion, yes. I also don't mind how the characters are used. Obviously the main character is the focal point, but the side characters we don't really feel overused or underused. I think what does it is that they weren't meant to be main or important characters. Did they do anything about the strange fan service I mentioned? Yes. Because there's so much more now.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must.
I mean, at least it's consistent. Characters, here we go. Fuck me. Surprisingly, I preferred Kirito's character much more this time around.
Nice fighter. Yeah, mada.
While I mentioned last time he felt kind of basic and plain, they definitely gave him more personality this time around.
さて、物は相談なんだが君、これ今の戦闘でゲットしたアイテムとユルドなんだけど、質問に答えてくれたら君にあげちゃおうかななんて。マジ。
He's pulling his card out!
At the start of this arc, Kazuto was acting kinda cocky, assuming that just because he can't die for real, this will be a breeze. Despite that, it's clear that SAO did affect his morality and mentality. Seeing all of this and 𝗦𝗨 as more than just a game.
嫌だ。俺が生きている間はパーティーメンバーを殺させやしない。それだけは絶対嫌だ。
I do kinda wish they put a little more emphasis on the trauma he has from Sword Art Online, since it's only really shown or mentioned like twice. I feel like it could have made for some good development or scenes. To be honest, Suguha felt more like a main character than Kirito in some instances. I doubt she actually has more screen time than him, but it definitely feels like it. Now, if we're gonna talk about Suguha, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. So let me hit you with the game theory. I don't think Suguha was actually in love with Kirito. Could she have had a crush on him? Sure. but I highly doubt she was seriously, romantically in love with him. Let me try and explain why. So when they were kids, they were really close, but when 𝗦𝗄 found out they were actually cousins, he began to ghost her without explaining to Suguha why. Now the reason I'm mentioning this is that when they were young, both 𝗦𝗄 and Suguha did kendo under their grandfather. But after he quit doing it, the grandfather got mad, so Suguha put in enough work for the both of them. Her whole childhood essentially being school and practicing kendo, not really giving her much of a social life. And with 𝗦𝗄 being presumably the only one around her age she knew, then for him to suddenly ghost her, it'd make most people emotionally confused. So when 𝗦𝗄 wakes up after 2 years being stuck in a game, suddenly acts all buddy-buddy as if he never ghosted her, and suddenly has a virtual e-girl wife who she might love more than Suguha, it'd be a bit much to take in all at once. Now, in case it's not obvious, I'm not a girl in high school, nor can I even talk to women, so I don't exactly have a PhD in how girls would act or feel, but if something like that happened to me, I would be really emotionally confused, so cut her a little slack, you know? Sure is kind of incesty vibes, but like, it's not like she even tries to make a move on him or anything. Actually, she's a really good and loving sister towards him. She knows those feelings are wrong and actively tries to get rid of them. When she meets Kirito and he reminds her of 𝗦𝗄, she essentially tries to use Kirito as a replacement for those feelings towards 𝗦𝗄. So when Kirito is revealed to be 𝗦𝗄, her emotions just explode on him. So yeah, I'm defending Suguha, and if you disagree with my points, that's valid. This is just my opinion. As far as I know, everybody hates this f***er. Whenever he's on screen, he does some heinous, uncomfortable, P. Diddy shit. And like, yeah, that's the whole point. He's the villain!
Seriously, thank God for virtual reality, huh? Who do you think's going to stop me? Oh, maybe a god, but sadly there's none in this world, except for yours truly.
さて君たちの魂を改ざんする前に楽しいパーティーと行こうか
Even though you're not welcome here anymore, you should come to the wedding. No need to thank me.
He feels like a substantially better villain than 𝗦𝗋, because he's a constant threat.
ひょっとして彼かな英雄キリト君
In SAO, the world itself felt more like a threat than 𝗦𝗋 was. The closest thing to a single main villain is his avatar 𝗢𝗹𝗶. Most of the time we do see Sugou in his ALL. Most of the time we do see Sugou in his AL. Most of the time we do see Sugou in his Alfheim avatar.
It's the Fairy King Oberon!
A literal avatar he uses to play God in ALO with his admin commands. And when that is taken away from him, he turns back into the desperate, pathetic coward he is.
なんで死んでまで僕の邪魔をするんだよあんたはいつもそうだ
Stop fucking crying, bitch! Where? I don't wanna fucking hear it!
This motherfucker is a worm, and I love that I hate him. He's fucking 𝗦𝗍𝗶. Yeah, they just made Asuna a damsel in distress in this arc. I wouldn't really say she acts out of character in this arc or anything, but she doesn't really get to do a whole lot other than try to escape, give Kirito and Yui a keycard to help them get out, and, I don't know, get harassed by Sugou or something. I really liked Asuna last arc, so it's kind of disappointing that I don't have much to say about her. Now, I did originally have a little segment for Yui in the 𝗦𝗄 video, but I cut it because I didn't really have any strong opinions on her since she didn't really do much. But in this arc, she felt like a much more entertaining character. Yui essentially acts as Kirito's Navi.
Hey, listen!
She's a much more charismatic and more of an actual character than she was in 𝗦𝗄. There are a couple of other side characters that I liked, but I don't really have much to say about them beyond not hating them or something. I thought Alfheim's world was a lot more captivating to me. I might just have a fantasy bias, but I felt like wanting to learn more about how this game world worked. Something I kept noting that, whether intentionally or not, it felt kind of racist.
クズあさりのスプリガン風情がつけやがるな。どうせ領地を追放されたレネゲイドだろうが。
If you're stupid enough to waltz into another race's territory, then it's your own damn fault if you get killed, Spriggan!
I mentioned it in my notes for like 3 separate episodes. I don't know, I just thought it was funny and worth mentioning. I also want to talk about the real world for a second, because he did something I thought was cool. They treat the whole SAO incident like an actual incident. There's a specialized SAO task force that dealt with background stuff. There's an SAO survivor school. Both the SAO and ALO incidents caused a worldwide scare for VR MMOs and their companies, leading to a bunch of them getting shut down. So yeah, I thought the world stuff was pretty good. Now, I mentioned before that this fixed a few issues I had last time, so I can't exactly copy-paste my problems over from there. So instead of talking about specific problems, I want to bring up something I noticed. This arc is freaky. And when I mean freaky, I don't mean unnecessary fan service. I mean weird unnecessary fan service.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
I don't know what 𝗦𝗍cie𝗿𝗶𝗲 was on when he cooked this up, but brother was a freak. Obviously, another problem I have is the whole Sugou B plot. I defended her before, but I still think it would have been a lot better if it was just removed or just altered a bit. Maybe lean more towards Sugou feeling neglected and abandoned by Kazuto, having her actually have a grudge on him like Kazuto thought she did.
でも、俺はずっとあいつに引け目を感じてたんだ。他にもやりたいことがあって、俺を恨んでるんじゃないかって。
I don't know, just I think it would have been more favored if it changed. And I think that's everything I got to say. What do you guys think about this arc? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments. As for me, it's pretty decent. I think I prefer 𝗦𝗏𝗏 because it has a more interesting premise while being stuck in a death game, but I do wish more people gave this arc a chance. So I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Sounds about right. Hold on, what's this? I don't remember this scene. Hold on, seriously, what the fuck is this? Hold on. Is that 𝗦𝗶𝗶 and 𝗦𝗍cie𝗿𝗶𝗲? 10 out of 10, good night.